What's up YouTube? I'm just another guy and welcome to the Welsh Way here with Aberystwyth Town. So we are now at the second update of this new season, our first update since the league has actually begun. Sadly I played one game more than I was actually meant to, but it's okay, we have a cup game right now so it won't affect the league and you'll still see, 8 league games pretty much. So we're going to go to transfers. I don't think there are any transfer news to really tell you about. You already know about Evans, but apart from that, nothing too else. Mike Lewis, actually, there was something they were spoke about. Mike Lewis went out on a free to Haverfordwest. He was on non-contract basis at the club, and Haverfordwest come in for him, and he said that he wanted around that much a week. And he was our second, third choice goalkeeper. So I decided, he might as well leave. I'm not willing to pay £100 a week for someone that's going to sit there on the reserves and bench. So yeah, Mike Lewis has gone out. He was our first choice keeper last year, so I don't think it really matters too much. He wasn't going to feature too much this season, so it'll be interesting to see how he does for Haverfordwest, considering he did all right for us last season. But yeah, we're going to the league table now. So so far in the league, we've done very, very well. We're up in second place. We've won 6 and lost 3, so a bit of all or nothing so far. We need to hold out a little bit more. Defensively last season we were very, very poor, so it's nice to see we're the only team left in single digits for goals conceded. And goals scored as well, we pretty much kept up the same amount of goals scored of 20 this season, which is the drawn third most in the league. So, doing very well there, goal difference wise, second highest in the league. So, obviously that illustrates how well we've done, and I think the progression we've made so far. If we look at the whole league table as a whole, Bala, last season's winners, are down in 7th, so that's quite a surprise. Bangor City are up there in 1st, so that's a different team that'll be challenging. Ryle are up there in 3rd as well. Carmarthen are still yet to pick up a point this season, and the newly promoted teams, Keffendroyd and Haverfordwest, find themselves doing pretty well, 8th and 10th. So apart from that, pretty basic what you'd expect. TNS are still up and around there. I didn't actually show you this last episode. It was meant to show you the season preview, and we're predicted to finish 7th this season. TNS expected to win the league with Bala close behind, Port Talbot, Athenlido, Bangor City, Carmarthen, then Airbus, Presterton and Ryle, and Haverfordwest and Keffendroyd are expected to go straight back down. Sorry if you can hear any fireworks right now in the background. People across the road from me decided to set them off, so yeah, it's not even bonfire night, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, so obviously the league's a bit topsy-turvy in comparison to what the odds have expected it to be. Carmarthen are expected to finish 6th, find themselves down there at the bottom of the table, and look probably best likely to get relegated this season. So, of course, next quarter of the season will be very, very interesting to see how it unfolds, and hopefully we can maintain a 2nd place, maybe even push for 1st. So the league itself, of course you know about the Europa League. The first time I actually looked at the fixture list as an overview. We're the only team to progress through to 2nd round in the Europa League, so I'm very proud about that. First game of the season, of course, we lost to TNS, so that was disappointing considering I felt we could have won the game. But then we bounced back massively, 3 competitive defeats in a row to both the Ghent and then TNS. We wanted to try and win a game, and we did against Ryle, home game, picking up our first win of the season. Very, very important win. James O'Neill scoring his first ever goal for the club as well in a game that we dominated, thoroughly deserved to win, and in the end of the day, 1 goal was enough to beat Ryle. After that, we faced Airbus. We won 3-0 away from home. Quite surprising that we managed to win as dominantly as we did in the scoreline. In the game, it reflected what I was going to expect, which was an Airbus to give us a very good run for our money, which they did. Very surprising that, like I say, that we did manage to get 3 goals against them, but they were very early on in the first half an hour. Of course, from that point on, we could sit back and we could soak up as much pressure as we wanted. We had got the games firmly in our grasp, and that's why Airbus, I think, came out and played their football a lot better. But the first 30 minutes, we definitely deserved to win the game. From that point on, Airbus probably deserved to persuade it, and as you see, the defenders had an absolutely shocking game. 3.9 rating, 4.7 rating, 4.9 rating. Obviously that shows that they weren't doing very well defensively, and end of the day, great result, 3-0. Then we faced Presterton, a team that I expected to win, especially at home, and then we lost our 2nd game of the season. Match performance, definitely deserved to win. Players' ratings, I felt, did enough to win the game. Okay, a couple of players there got 7s, but their strikers had a terrible game for Presterton. One of their defenders had a bad game. Obviously, we should have done a lot better. If we try and get match stats up, Clear-cut chances. We had one, they had one, they took one, we missed one, and that was the difference between us winning and us losing the game. And 84th minute goal as well, huge kick in the teeth to concede so late on, because at that point in the game I thought, this game seems to be going away from us. I'd be more than happily to get a draw, but sadly we didn't. So hugely disappointed there, and obviously wanted to bounce back. Then stepped up Carmarthen. At this point in the season, I weren't sure. I didn't realise Carmarthen were a team that were in a state that they're currently in. I don't know what happened. Maybe something at their transfers. Maybe, I don't know, something clearly happened. Maybe they lost a lot of key players at the end of the season. But in this game, they were abysmal. 10-0 against Carmarthen. We only had 10 shots on target, and we took every single one of them. One of their players got a 1.7 rating. I've never seen a rating of 1.7 before. This is clearly, an absolute smashing for Carmarthen. And 4 for Hislop. Disappointed he didn't get 5 for Hislop, sorry. Disappointed he couldn't get a double hat-trick and get me that achievement. But oh well, 5 for him is absolutely amazing. Pren picked up double. Venables picked up 2 as well, and James O'Neill chipped in on the scoring as everyone played amazingly. David Hislop with a 9.9 rating, but who is this guy? 32-year-old, right attacking mid, playing right back, played for Aberystwyth before, played for Haverfordwest in their promotion year, signed for Carmarthen, had an absolutely terrible time, and they're still playing him, so clearly there's problems with the managerial thing at Carmarthen. I'm expecting him to get sacked pretty soon, but amazing result there. Sadly, we couldn't get that on against Athenlido though, so we win 10-0 and lose. This is a game we probably deserve to draw. But on the day, defensively, we were all over the place. Ryan Connolly had a bad game. Lewis Pren had a bad game, the young fullback. Centre-backs could have done a little better. Goalkeeper could have done a little better. The whole team could have done a little better. But especially their wing-backs at half-time, they both had shocking ratings. Ryan Connolly always had a 4.6. He never really varied from that. Just them 2 fullback poor defensive displays, I think, gifted them all 3 goals pretty much. And they only had 3 shots on target. They took all 3 of them because we pretty much gifted it to them. And they took the game 3-0. Then we went on a good run of form. We still are currently on that good run of form. So we beat Ballard, the holding and defending champions, 3-0 at home. Very nice performance on TV as well. Hislop, Pren, and the other Hislop, Eddie Hislop, picking up a goal this time. Eddie Hislop come on off the bench to score as well, which is very nice to see. They did get a man sent off in the first minute, but of course, 3-0. In the end, of course, Ballard did pull up a good fight. They didn't exactly get dominated on possession. They didn't exactly get dominated in terms of shots. So clearly they're a good team, and I think that man going down in the first minute obviously helped us out, considering it was the keeper as well. But still 3-0 is 3-0. Then we faced a new promoted team, Kefton Droids. It's the first time we actually played them so far since they got promoted. This time it was in the Premier League Cup first round. We managed to beat them 4-1. A very good result yet again, a game that we dominated and deserved to win. Nice to see Hislop Noble, Matthew Noble, young centre-back, scoring, and also young centre-back Hamilton Davies scoring as well. Noble actually playing left back, sorry, not centre back. Did they get a consolation goal? There you go, get my mouth around them words. But look, that was all it's going to be, a consolation goal in front of a crowd of 13. Pretty amazing. Really, absolutely amazing crowd. After that, we faced Bangor City. Another pretty important game. I always get these two confused, Bangor City and Port Talbot. It was Port Talbot, okay. I always think it's Bangor City. But big Bangor City 2-1. It's an important game considering where they are in the league currently, of course, top of the table. We really needed to win this game. We did. 2 very early goals from Chris Venables and David Hislop, providing us with the 2-goal cushion that we, of course, really want in a game. Every team wants a 2-goal cushion. They got a goal back very, very late on, but of course at that time in the game, things were pretty much dead and buried, and we were comfortable or going to come out winners, and we did. So 2-1 win there. And then Port Talbot, the team that caused us all our problems last season. We managed to beat them 1-0 away from home, so a very, very nice victory. In the European playoff final, we had to beat them away from home as well, so it's good to see that we can still do it this year. David Hislop scoring the only goal of the game. Very, very nice to see that we could just sneak a win there, and another great victory. So 4 wins on the bounce. I'm hoping to continue that on in the Welsh Cup quarter-final against Airbus UK. We have the 2 newly promoted boys after that, and a third Welsh Cup third round tie, so, our fixture list isn't too bad until we get to TNS, so hopefully we can continue this nice run of form. I'm going to go into the game though, looking forward to submit our team. So I'm going to play the fittest team possible, which is this team, which is Ryan Wilson in goal, Connolly, Sinnott, Hamilton Davies, and Pren. Lewis Pren, sorry, then we have Gary Pren, Morgan, Venables, Evans, O'Neill, and Hislop. So, Yeah, pretty bulk standard team. Bench is going to be Fleming, Noble, Davis. I realised someone corrected me on that, and I realised my mistake. Davis, sorry, Nawrocki and Jones. Yeah. Do I want Noble on the bench? I'm gonna put Frank Home on the bench actually. So yeah, this is gonna be the team we're gonna go out to play Airbus at home. I'm still gonna play counter. I pretty much play counter for all my games. I don't feel the squad is exactly strong enough, and I feel we dominate games even on counter. So I'm happy to keep it the same. Airbus have enough Aberystwyth have enough quality of Airbus today. There will be a few goals on show. The absence of Lewis Gray and Tom Field will also hit Airbus hard. So we're expected to do very well. Our young keeper Ryan Wilson, 22, so not exactly really young, but it's kind of young. Expected to be our key player today. So this will progress us through to the semi-final of the cup, and you know, I kind of want to win a cup this season and continue to try and push for the league and European qualifications. But if we can win the Premier League and try and win a couple of cups, you know, if we can get Welsh domination as early as possible, that will really help us towards this challenge, because we need to consistently win at this league if we want to be dominating and trying to progress on the European stage, because that Champions League money will help us hugely in terms of growth and things like that. So here we are today. Like I say, at home, still decided to go counter. Maybe looks like Airbus here could get the first real chance of the game. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to go 3D for a little bit. Kind of want to see this close, which is kind of the default one that people start on. Kind of want to see if it lags. I've noticed during the beta it lagged a little. But we'll see how this goes. There we go. You see our stadium for the first real time. Not exactly getting the smoothest frame rate. There's Hislop here. First time you really see Hislop. Evans. Whoa, it seems pretty weird to see it in 3D. I normally play in 2D myself. So there's Pren down the right now. Gary Pren doing very, very well. Looking to try and whip this one in, maybe. Can he? He does whip this one in, and it goes in off the cross. Gary Pren scores in bizarre fashion, yes, but it is a very, very nice goal to score as well. Here we go, in slow-mo. Gary Pren beats his man pretty much twice, whips this one in, and ends up beating the keeper at the far post. Poor keeping by Limber. I think maybe they're challenging Hislop, pull him off enough to create the opportunity and give us a 1-goal lead. So very, very nice goal lead indeed. Overall, our whole team's playing well there according to player stats. As Edwards hits the bar for Airbus, sorry. I keep saying the wrong thing. Really sorry. I don't know what's up with me today. But very good chance there for Airbus with whoever that was. I forgot the name. So hopefully we can keep this up, although it looks like maybe Airbus are getting a few chances right now. Here is Fish, their centre mid. Edwards again with another chance, this time just over the bar, a little bit higher than his previous shot. Still 1-0 though to us. And here we go, Pren down the right, trying to whip this one in calm. It seems like all attacks come from their goalkeeper, a big ball up front, pretty much eliminate the rest of their team out of the play, which they've done it again. Clearly they must not have very good passes, as Williams finds the back of the net for Airbus at the edge of the box. Very, very good shot, very good goal. Low, hard driven to the near post, giving Airbus 1-1. So, like I say, they clearly don't like playing it out to defenders. They get a big ball over and try and beat our midfielders to the header. It's kind of risky, kind of probably why they're losing out on the tactical the possession game. But they go in at 1-1. Unlucky boys. I'm happy with that team talk. Everyone's listening keenly. We've not really created too many chances. In fact, our only goal didn't really come from a shot. It came from a, cross. So I haven't seen a shot of ours as a highlight, which is something I really want to see. Maybe this will be the first time. Lewis Pren will pick this up in defence and try and build up yet again. Here we go. Evans on the left, actually giving him a string of games on the left side of the pitch. Evans beating out Davis. As Venables is there, can't get it through. Venables will get another chance, and he does. Chris Venables, second time of asking, getting set up by Lewis Pren, the youngster, and left back for some reason in the centre of the pitch there. Nice run forward from him. Venables in a lot of space yet again. Poor defensive display from Airbus, and he slots that home. Maybe he'll ask a little bit more for the Airbus keeper, but end of the day, I don't really care because my team are winning and looking pretty good for trying to progress through to the next round of this cup. But Airbus maybe try and get a goal straight back from kickoff. Owen Fish playing it up front now to Edwards. Williams, the goal scorer, back out wide to Owens. Passing the ball quite nicely as Edwards heads it straight into Wilson's hands. Good save from the keeper there. Hislop. Venables. Venables to O'Neill, maybe. Nope. Evans. May I try whip this one in, and O'Neill is there for the cross. 3-1. I think that pretty much secures us our progression through to the next round. A very good goal. Nice crossing from Evans. O'Neill still up there. He is the target man, so I would expect a few headers from him this season. All 6'3" of him, and heads it the opposite way the keeper is moving, makes it pretty much impossible for him to save it. You know, to change your direction, to change the weight of your movement is very, very hard. Mid-movement as well. So nice goal there. Sinnott gets the 4th, maybe? Yeah, he does. I thought there was going to be a foul. Limbert went down, the goalkeeper, and Sinnott with the 4th. Yet again, another big man scoring a goal. Sinnott there, challenging the keeper. I think he got there first, that's why it bubbled up, or maybe Limbert spilt it, and Sinnott, end of the day, slots it home from inside the 6-yard box. And then another easy goal, really. So this game is over. I'm going to take Hislop off, bring Mark Jones on. Start thinking about the next game now. So we're going to take Evans off, bring on Davis, and Hamilton Davies for Franco. So triple substitution is pretty risky. You know, we could get an injury and go down to 10 men, but I'm happy that, you know, we'll progress. Even if we do go down to 10 men, I feel the 3-goal cushion is more than enough, as Hislop gets the 5th, secures us a 4-goal cushion, and that'll be the last bit of action he surely sees, creating and scoring his first goal of the game, is it? I think. Honestly, I don't remember who scored the other goals. It's pretty bad. Yeah, his first goal of the game. Now, I don't know why, but that's completely bad of me just to completely blank out there. But yep, nice to see 5 different goal scorers on the 5 different goal scorers today. O'Neill maybe try and set up someone else. Tries finding Davis, can't. Finds Connolly, the right back. Venables is there, but can't score the second today. 5-1. Way, way easier than I expected it to be. Only 1 clear opportunity as well, so nice to see our forwards and attacking half of the pitch is working very nicely to, you know, take shots where there aren't exactly chances and converting them quite nicely as well. So I hope this game is going to just tick out now. Going to keep it in counter because it seems to be working. You know, they might as well take a breather. You know, just for the rest of the game really, next 15 minutes, just completely calm down. Actually, that's something I want to do. Play a much lower tempo and just, yeah, you know, take your time, build up your players. O'Neill scores a 6th. James O'Neill with the 6th goal of the game. You didn't actually see that, but you'll see it on the replay because I was flicking through and stuff. But Pren down the right, beats his defender, Yell again, beats his marker, plays it into O'Neill along the ground, and he turns and shoots in a nice bit of movement, you know, and Limbert really should be doing a lot better at his near post, but doesn't really matter for me because 6-1, this is very, very nice, very, very easy game. And continues our run of form of 5 consecutive wins in a row, which is absolutely immense. Considering, you know, we're only, again, expected to finish quite low in the table. Morgan, Pren, O'Neill maybe going for his hat-trick. Misses the target. Unlucky for that. I'd like to see him maybe get his hat-trick, maybe even set up Mark Jones to get, I think, what would be his first or second goal of the season. Maybe his first. But only a minute now remains, 30 seconds, and we'll obviously just play this game out. We've killed the game off pretty much with that 3rd goal, the extra 3. It's just an added cherry on top of this good performance from the team. And hopefully we can continue this run of form. It's really important. Like I say, I want to win a cup this year for no real reason. I mean, I know this cup that we're currently in the Premier League, Premier Division Cup, whatever it is called, the official name. It doesn't provide you a place in Europe, but it's still very, very nice to win any cup that you can. So I'm going to say this assertively. Good win, boys. Well done. Can't exactly get them. You know, I can't be delighted for them. It was a nice win, yes, but it is only the cup. And we still got to turn our attention to the Kevin Droids match in a second. So, there you go. We've progressed through. Very nice to see. We'll actually see who else has progressed through on that as well. So, we'll go to the results. So, Benoit Bont. Probably butchered that. I don't really know how to say that. Why in the middle? Is it Benny Bont? I have no idea. Bangor City and Haverford West. So, I think they're all teams that we are capable of beating. Hopefully we can get Haverford West or hopefully we can get Haverford West or Bangor City. You know, try and beat one of the harder teams and maybe get an easier team in the final. But overall, I'm not too fussed. Here's a little idea of how low our cups are rated. So there's the Welsh Cup, and there's the Premier League Cup, and there's the FA Vase, which is the 3rd tier, if you want to call it, of FA Cup competition. So that's for teams that are in like below the Conference North and South, I think, maybe, or maybe a couple of tiers below that. It's a very, very low reputed cup competition. So, they basically mean nothing, but still I want to win them. It's very nice to get a cup win. It'll obviously please the board a little bit more. I kind of want to see where we are in relation to a few other things. So, where are we? There is the Welsh Cup, which is the one that provides you Europe. And that is in relation to, we'll get an English tournament. There's the Scottish League Challenge Cup, which is basically a Scottish Football League trophy, for those in the Championship down to League 2, so that gives you an idea of how low it's rated. And also the FA Trophy is, was it 76th? And we are 94th, so non-league trophy is better than our trophy, so here's a little indication of how poor this league is rated. But yeah, a nice win, a very good win indeed. Next time I'll see you back, though, will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be the Bala game, which will be very, very interesting. 3 games before the split as well, so that'll obviously give us a massive indication of where we're going to be in the when the game's split. And yeah, so until then, guys. Oh, actually, something I realised, we faced that team who actually progressed through to the next round of the Premier League Cup quarterfinals in the Welsh Cup third round, so that we could theoretically be playing them twice in a row. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, anyway, guys, I rambled on a little bit too long. Until the Bala match, until then, peace out.